Assalamualaikum. My name is Siti Aisyah binti Iszahar. Hi, my name is AISYAH binti ISMAIL.
Hello, my name is AININA NAIDA binti KHAIRUL NIZAM.
Hey Nina, what are you doing last weekend?
I went to Gambang.
Wow, it's interesting.
Hi guys, good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Morning.
May I sit here?
Yes,
Yeah,
of
sure.
Thank you. Guys, actually, I'm so worried about our final examination. How about you guys' preparation for the final examination?
Me too. I'm also worried about our final examination because I don't preparation yet. How about you, Aisah?
I'm also worried about our final examination, but I'm starting study a little bit.
Oh, okay guys. How today if we discuss about our final examination in subject psychology?
Oh, EDUP 3113 subject. Yes, of course. Why not?
Which topic we want to discuss?
Somebody already tell us about topic that will be included in our final examination, which is learning style.
Oh, I remember the second topic is Albert Bandura's social learning theory.
There's one more. Don't forget about factors that affect learning style based on Albert Bandura theory.
Okay, now we go through for our main topic, learning style. Based on my opinion, learning style is to say that there are different methods of learning or understand new information. The way person takes in, understand, express, and remember information.
So, I also can share about predominant learning style. There are which is visual, auditory, read or write, and kinesthetic. For visual learning style, we learn through seeing. So, those like diagrams, flowcharts, pictures, and symbols can be key to understand new concepts.
From this information also, I know that my learning style is auditory and read or write. For me, auditory learners learn through listening such as attending lectures, tutorials and group discussion are absolutely essential for this learner. If you are an auditory learner, you must help yourself to focus on textbook reading by reading them out loud so you can hear how the words sound. It can also be really helpful to engage in group discussion about course, concept and topic. Create a weekly study group to get together weekly, just talk about the things being discussed in lectures. Then, for next learning style, read or write learners need to learn through reading and write. For example, university style course suit this type of learners fairly well. Plenty of the textbook and study notes to read.
Yes, I also know about this learning style. If you are a right learner, you have to pay special attention for the textbook, glossaries, because it can make your own progress through a course. After lecture, we can check our notes to review, read then over, and then create a new condensed set of study notes. This can also be a very useful tool.
In this learning style, there are also tips for all students to rewrite explanation and notes out into your own words. If you can rewrite or definition or describe a concept in your own words concisely, there is good chance that there is effect of the concept that you don't fully understand written to the further review.
Oh no, I almost looked over about other point of visual learning style. For visual learners, it is often far easily for recall to work with image as opposed to working with words. As you will picture the image in your head while recalling it far more difficult when trying to recall the word itself. In university style, lecturers tend to neglect visual components. So it may be difficult for you as visual learners out there to stay focused during a long lecture. When taking notes in class, something to try is developing a system of symbol to replace the written words. For example, instead of writing out female, each time in your notes, simply use the standard symbol. Or instead of writing that the result of particular test were positive, insert a smiley face.
Okay, so now we going through for the most challenging learning style, that is kinesthetic. Okay, for kinesthetic learners, they must learn through doing. It is because kinesthetic is perhaps the most challenging learning style for the university student, as there are not always many opportunities to engage in hands-on learning in lectures. For the reason, labs and tutorial become even more essential for these learners. For this reason, labs and tutorial become even more essential for this learner. Then while studying, we also can try to incorporate of your sense into the experience, and more than this you can do. The higher you recall will be as you have multiple clues. Next, there are also have many ways to create more useful study note if you are kinesthetic learner, which is you can fill your notes with several examples for each concept, and you can also try to take in an example from the text or lecture or lab, and then try creating your own example. As a general rule, the more personal you create example is, the better you recall will be for the example, and hopefully for the concept is describing.
So now we already discussed about our first topic in the psychology, that is learning style. From this topic, we can know our own learning style that we can use in our study, because it can make study will be more easier than before.
Absolutely, yes. Okay, now let's go to our second topic. It's about Albert Bandura's story learning theory. Okay, learning is about interacting with environment and making a permanent change in knowledge or behavior that improves human performance. Albert Bandura is known as a psychologist and the father of cognitive theory among academics. So, according to Bandura social learning theory, we learn from interacting with others in a social context. We observe, assimilate, and imitate others' behavior when witnessing positive or rewarding experience. AIFA, can you share about social learning process?
Sure. Okay, we have three process, which is observation, imitation, and modeling. Observation, like we observe other people behavior. Imitation is following observation. We assimilate and imitate the observed behavior. And the last one, modeling. Modeling are more likely to imitate behavior modeled by people that we perceive as similar to ourselves.
I know a little bit about basic model type that Bandura identified, which is involved in observational learning. First, life model. And every individual is observed acting out of or showing the behavior. Second one, verbal instruction model. The behavior is explained or described. The last one is symbolic model. A real or fictional character display the behavior on TV and in a book. For example, open event cartoon can be a good model for children. The theory can also help works better understand how specific behavior has developed and how to intervene, either to act as a role model or to encourage others, especially for teachers to know students' learning life. While there are several concepts crucial to our understanding of this topic, the following are foundational, such as people learn through observation, reinforcement and punishment have an indirect effect on behavior and learning. Cognitive factors contribute to whether a behavior is acquired, and learning involves modeling, yet does not require behavior change.
I forgot.
Don't forget
Okay. Now,
Don't forget about we learn from interacting with others in social context. According to Bandura's social learning theory, we observe, assimilate and imitate others' behavior when witnessing positive or rewarding experience. Bandura agree with the behaviorist learning theories of classical conditioning and operant conditioning, yet crucially, mediating processes take a place between the stimuli and response. Okay, next, behavior is learned through observation of the environment. As a result, both environmental and cognitive factors combine to influence human learning and behavior.
okay, in my notes, Bandura proposed that modeling or learning is composed of 4 mediational process or condition that must be met, like attention, retention, reproduction and motivation. We must pay attention to the model. Our attention increases when behavior is more striking, different or prestigious, and when the model is more similar to ourselves. Then, we must able to remember the observed behavior. This can be increased through rehearsal. We also must be capable of replicating the behavior just observed. Not that a novice may not be developmentally ready to reproduce the action. And the last one, we must be motivated to demonstrate that we have learned. This can be influenced by both reinforcement and punishment.
Why behaviorists focus on how the environment and reinforcement affect behavior. Bandura recognized that people learn by observing how others behave, including the rewards and punishment they receive. Through a series of experiments, Bandura confirmed the ability of humans to acquire new behavior through observation and imitation. The social learning theory put forward the idea that learning occurs within a social environment, resulting from a shared interaction between person, environment and behavior.
Now we will discuss about implication for the social learning theory on teachers and student learning.
Yes.
Okay, in my opinion, this implication in this theory that can be used to teach positive behavior to students is teachers can use positive role models to increase desired behavior and thus change the culture of school. Not only will individual students benefit from the positive role models in and out of the classroom, but the entire class and student body will do so.
Sorry to interrupt you. I think strategies such as encouraging children and building self-efficacy are rooted in social learning theory. For example, if a teacher is positive with their student and they encourage them, this positive energy and verbal encouragement in turn help boost self-efficacy, the belief in one's ability to succeed in various situations. Bandura found that a person's self-efficacy
Impact how their tasks,
goals and challenges are approached. This individual with strong this individual with strong self-efficacy view challenge as tasks to master, develop deep interest in the activity they participate in from a strong sense of commitment to activity and interest, and bounce back from disappointment and setback easily. However, those with a weaker sense of self-efficacy tend to avoid challenge, think difficult thoughts and situations are beyond their abilities, think negatively about their failure and outcomes, and lose confidence easily in their ability. What's your opinion, Iszahar?
Okay, furthermore, Bandura states that learning every single thing from personal experience is hard and could be potentially dangerous. He claims that much of person life is rooted in social experience, thus observing others is naturally advantageous to gaining knowledge and skills. In conclusion, observation plays a very powerful role in learning. It's only help teach students, but it's not only helps teach students, but helps them to successfully understand, retain, and apply the learning to their life, so they can learn and achieve even more. For this, we thank Albert Bandura for his social learning theory contribution. I think it's already done.
Yes.
Oh. Sorry guys, I got to go because someone is calling me. So I hope we can do our best in our final examination and pass with
Flying colours.
flying colours.
Okay.
Bye bye guys.
Bye.
See you soon.
See you.